What is up, everybody? Circon here, doing another Q&A number 3 already. Time flies. Alright, let's just get right into it. Like I always say, if you have any questions, leave them in the videos, or leave them in the comment section down below on the Q&A videos. Because that's where I pick all the questions from. I usually answer 3 to 4 questions or so per episode. Anyway, Phoenix Wright says, for Q&A 3, Circon during the stream, is somebody like Jingles for Snooze ever legitimately pissed you off? If so, why? Not really. I don't think I get much further than annoyed, and I usually get annoyed at mic stuff. So, shitty mics. I hate people with shitty mics. Or people that have high peaking mics where they're like suddenly very loud. So, that's about it. But I'm really pissed off? Not really, no. It's more the mics, the microphones of some people. Not Jingles or Snooze, but sometimes when you have guests and stuff like that, it's just it's so fucking awful. I fucking hate it. I really hate it. It's also one of the reasons why I tuned down a lot of the people on my team speak, even people like Snooze and Aimless and stuff like that, because they have high peaking mics for the most part. So, and if that happens, it like super distracts me from the game. So that's why they're usually a little bit lower than my voice. But it also makes it easier for people to hear me. And when I answer questions from the Twitch chat, you know, makes life a little bit easier. But no, never really got pissed off at anybody. Ramzerg says Game of Thrones or Black Sails. Oh, yeah, this is tough. I think still Game of Thrones, just because of the scope of things. You know, Game of Thrones is a huge fucking world. And I will say some of the storylines of Game of Thrones are garbage. Like the Sand People or whatever the fuck they're called. I fucking hate those people. For those who don't know, by the way, Black Sails is fucking awesome. It's well, basically about pirates. And it has as much nudity, if not more, than Game of Thrones. And the same kind of violence. Well, a little bit less violence, I'd say. But, you know, pretty good. If you haven't checked out Black Sails, highly recommend it. It's like a cross between Game of Thrones and Vikings. It's along those lines of series. So it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. It's pretty damn nice. But if I have to choose between these two, probably Game of Thrones. There's more content, and I like the fact it's a bigger world. Black Sails is relatively small, settings-wise. I don't think you can make it, like... Well, you have pirates probably fucking everywhere, but, I don't know. In Black Sails, it's concentrated a whole lot more. But I love both. I fucking love Black Sails. Black Sails is probably the best intro song of any series out there right now. Black Sails is the better intro song, that's for sure. Anyway, next question. Napalm Priest says, hey Circon, what do you think about War Thunder? Did you like it, and why did you stop? Gameplay experience or engaging? I started playing that right at the beginning with planes and stuff, and I played a little bit with like, people like Fly Daily and stuff, and I still sometimes do. So I have it installed right now. Sometimes I just troll around Fly Daily's channel. If you haven't seen, by the way, he put up the World of Warplanes video. You should probably check it out. It's kind of hilarious. But War Thunder. Well, first up, Gaijin seems like a completely corrupt and fucked up company. At least the people that like manage it. The people who actually make the tanks and, you know, the maps and stuff, the graphics and stuff, I think they probably should receive a little bit more praise, because like on an engine that's not the greatest, they put forth some really cool looking tanks, and the weathering and everything is awesome. The gameplay is pretty good, I'd say, but it's mostly the company backing it that I really don't like. The shit they've done is pretty awful. Basically censoring YouTube channels and stuff like that. Copyright striking channels, stuff like that. It's just, you know, I just wish... Same with World of Tanks. I wish that the companies were actually not Russian. Because as far as I've noticed, in the last couple of years that the Russians are extremely, extremely stubborn people that are hard to work with. Not that I work with them directly, but I kind of suffer the consequences of them. So, yeah, I don't know. Like the game itself, pretty dope, and sometimes I really feel like playing it a bit more and getting a little bit more into it, especially the realistic tank battles. But for the most part, just like real life, how real life tank battles went, the first shot, or whoever gets the first shot off, is usually the winner of a round of combat. Which, as far as I know, and I watch a little bit of Fly Daily's stuff on YouTube, as far as I've seen, it's a lot of waiting and camping around because you want to get that first shot in. And I understand that that's part of realism, but for my enjoyment of my time playing a game, I much prefer the aggressive nature of World Tanks over the passive nature of War Thunder. Now, Planes is a little bit different. Planes obviously has that you can't really camp in the sky. Maybe bombers, I don't know. But what really irks me about War Thunder is that the best mode is like the realistic mode, and that's not simulator, but it's also not arcade. It's right in between. But for that, again, I feel that spending like up to like 5 to 10 minutes literally getting to a fight is not my form of what I like to do. Like I like to get into the quick action and doing stuff within like a minute or two, not a minute or 5, 6, which is often the case with realism mode. Again, when I fly with Fly Daily and his squadron buddies, even at higher tiers. I have one jet. I have the boomerang, the HO229 or something, because it just looks cool. But again, it's kind of like a lot of waiting and not a lot of action. Even though once the action does start happening, it is pretty cool and it all looks pretty great. It's usually the waiting that really pisses me off. I'm really impatient in War Thunder. I don't know, but who knows? Maybe I'll make some content for it. I don't know. I kind of want to avoid gauging as much as possible, to be honest. But I still like playing with Fly Daily every once in a while. So there's that. Hope that satisfies your need for an answer. And the last question is from Aiden Verhoef. Aiden Verhoef? Probably Dutch guy. Or South African or something. I don't know. What's your opinion of the Excelsior? Yo, listen. Excelsior Tier 5 British. Premium. One of the most underrated tanks of this game. I don't know how long people have been following my Twitch and stuff, but I free marked the Excelsior in one stream in roughly 7 hours. I played, I think, 56 battles, and I got a third mark in it. As long as you're willing to spend some money on the premium ammo, because you will need the premium ammo, sadly. It does kind of need it. But Excelsior, it's the correct mix of armor and speed that leads to a really enjoyable experience, because it also has limited matchmaking. All of that combined, awesome tank, highly underestimated, has good gun impression as well. It's basically like a fat Cromwell with a little bit more armor that actually works against like tier 4s and 5s for the most part. So yeah, one of the fucking hidden gems of this game. I highly recommend picking up an Excelsior. However, do not do it for credit making. It sucks at credit making. Don't buy anything below tier 8 for credit making. Alright, listen. Tier 7 and below premium tanks are not worth it just for making credits. If you want to make credits, buy a tier 8. Any tier 8. You can have the sickest tier 5 premium and you will still make less money than a shitty tier 8 game. So don't ever buy that shit. So, if you're willing to spend some APCR, I think it got APCR, maybe Heat, I think APCR. Excelsior is awesome for crew training. And just an enjoyable experience in general, because it has limited matchmaking, so you won't see tier 7s. And, yeah. Awesome tank. I'm glad you asked this question, because it doesn't get heard enough. The Excelsior is fucking awesome. One of the hidden gems World Tanks for sure, if you ask me. Anyway, my name is Mr. Flexus. Hope you guys enjoyed these little Q&As. Don't forget to leave your questions down below and I'll answer them as best as I can next week. Probably on Tuesday again, because then I can probably have Riddle Tanks content on a Monday that leads into my Riddle Tanks stream on Monday. So I'll probably do the Q&As on Tuesday for now on, because it seems like a better time slot for it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed these little Q&A videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out!